Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Friday, September 5th, 2025. That is 5.5 years of Torah every single weekday morning, finding each other, saying hi, learning some Torah, helping each other face the world, tending to each other when moments are hard, and celebrating when things are good. Lydia and Susie, so good to see you. Ashley and Joyce, Boker Tov. Hi, Rosa. Hope that you and yours are safe and well. Jacqueline, good morning. Let's see who else is here. We'll get started in just a moment. We'll sing a bracha for learning. We'll share some Torah and get ready for Shabbat. Arlene and Jonathan, Barbara and Jack, Robin and Amy, Boker Tov. Michelle, good to see you. Okay. Debbie and Linda. Lisa, good morning. Okay. Whoever you are, Queen of Good Ideas. That is quite a name on Instagram. Nice to see you. Thanks for being with us every morning. David, Boker Tov. Hi, Linda. Arlene, your granddaughter Maya is in your house listening too. So nice to share with you, Maya. Ron and Deborah, Cecile and Corinne, Anya, Boker Tov. All right, let's take a breath, sing a bracha. We'll learn some Torah. So good to see all of you. Hi, everybody. Cecile, that is your name. You are the Queen of Good Ideas on Instagram. That is a great name. Good for you. Minna. Wow. You are taking an aliyah. You're receiving an aliyah to the Torah tomorrow to celebrate your 90th birthday. That is what we need to know. That is so important for us to share with you. Boker Tov, friends. Minna is celebrating her 90th birthday at the Torah tomorrow. That made the world better. There is so much going on in our world. That just lifted my heart. Minna, thank you for sharing that. I know that we all have things going on, but let's amplify celebration just for a moment, because it is true and it is necessary, and it's the way we get to tomorrow. I was blessed last night to go with a group from UJA to see Jeff Ross, who's a comedian that I enjoy. He's very off color. He's a combination of the Friars Club and the Borscht Belt in the best of those traditions, and so not everything is palatable for everyone. But he told a story in his one-man show, which is only on until the end of September, called Take a Banana for the Ride. He told the story of his own mortality, let alone losses of friends and family members, and of a beloved dog who was his friend through COVID. And I expected to laugh. I did not expect to cry with a tenderness, because at the very end of the show, and those who are going to see it, like Andrew and Karen, who knows a line from the show, um, he goes down into the audience and asks if anyone's going through something. And he banters with them just for a moment, roasts them a little bit. That's what he's known for. And then he gives them a banana in the best of his family tradition. And I didn't stand, though, who isn't going through something these days? And I found myself watching his model of empathy and compassion and laughter. He wears a ring on his hand that he got from his grandfather of blessed memory, his grandfather Jack, who worked on the docks during World War II. And his grandfather's job was to maintain this one German submarine that was captured during World War II. So his grandfather took a nut off of the submarine and sanded it down and wore it as a ring all the days of his life, and would click it on the on anything that was nearby for what he called world-beating energy. So that was really helpful last night. So I publicly want to thank Jeff Ross for being so beautifully vulnerable in a surprisingly tender show. And if you have the chance to see it, I hope you will. You'll be glad you did. I'm grateful that UJ brought some young leaders there last night. It was a good experience, and it helped me prepare for another day of Torah. So I wanted to share that all with you, pay it forward. And of course, what makes that kind of experience even more important, it's not enough of a balance. It's hard to say what would be, because today, yes, it's broadcast 1,383, but today is day 700 since October 7th, as so many of us have written in the comments of the last couple of minutes. And that's unfathomable. It's impossible. And that leads me, friends, to look at this week's Parsha with different eyes. Last night's experience, the reality of the number 700, a horrific video that has been partially released by the families of Guy Gilboa Dalal and Alon Ohel. And I'm looking at their faces, and it's day 700. And what we need so much is for them to be in our arms. So I look at this week's Parsha, and I think of Alon, and I think of Guy, I think of Minna, and I think of Jeff, and I think of all of us who is moving forward. All of us who are moving forward in the world. Parshat Teitzei that we've been learning all week, that we'll read in shul tomorrow morning, includes a very interesting teaching. It's in chapter 22, verse 4 of Dvarim, of Deuteronomy. You can look it up. It's a rule tucked into the 74 commandments that are in this week's Torah portion, that if you see a beast of burden, a donkey typically, of your friend, of your neighbor, or even of your enemy, collapsed under the weight of its burden, you're not allowed to walk by. You have to pick them up, but of course, you can't pick them up. You can't pick them up, but you can help your friend pick them up. And there are multiple interpretations. It's one of the classic things that early, beginning students of Jewish law of halakha learn, the obligation to help bear the burden. And the tradition has it that on either side of the donkey, you and the donkey's owner each have to do the lifting. And it represents an energy that we have shared for 5.5 years in this broadcast community. Learning Torah is what we do every day, but What we also do every day is we share what's going on. We actually also share what we're carrying. It's one of the surprising things in this community, friends, that we have truly shown up for each other. And because of the connections, many of us have actually met in real space in real time, sometimes to support each other, sometimes just to be near each other. It has made days more rich and beautiful, and also more copable, if that's a word. We began this community. Broadcast 1 was March 18th, 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic. And since then, we have been through such moments. These last 5.5 years have been dense with intensity. As I've quoted a few times, someone wrote a blog post on the Times of Israel a few months ago um, called "I'm exhausted from living in historic times," and we all get that. But important, so important from the different sides of the burden. Remember, the donkey needs to be helped on both sides, otherwise, it's too much to bear. And if we all try from one side, that doesn't work either, not for the donkey anyway. But we need from our different angles to do some of the lifting. And in our community, we do. I'm so proud to be part of a community that truly spans the world, where when we travel, we we help each other. When we travel, we tune in and we offer comfort when we are visiting other family members. We share with our grandchildren, as Arlene is doing today, what it is to be part of this community, because in the background of a young child's mind is this language of being together. I watched Jeff Ross last night do that. I watched him include the community, include his family, include his friends, include his pets as a circle of care. And it's not so different from the Parsha. Why should it be? Why should anything be different from the concept that we have to help each other bear the burden of life? So I wanted to bless you. I wanted to bless you for helping bear the burden. It's so precious to see how the Torah itself predicts that sometimes we will fall and that we'll need each other to get back up. What a beautiful thing it is to experience this in real time. And what an important way to be strong enough to face the reality that we are in day 700 since October 7th. I'll share one very private thing. This morning, as I was getting ready for the day, I couldn't find my necklace. And I was beside myself. I was frantic to find it. And then I had a moment where I just prayed that the reason I couldn't find my necklace is that we didn't need it anymore. Then I found it. And it turns out we do need it still. So let me give us this additional blessing. By which I mean, let's together bless our beloved 48 and their immediate families and their neighbors and their classmates and our people. That we should remember, no matter what is going on, no matter what life circumstance we are in, we should remember that we are here to help each other bear the burden. We truly are. That's what we're here for. And please God, someday soon, maybe even today, when we maybe not need to count these days the way that we have for 700 days. We want our family whole again. We need our family whole again. That is a burden that we will bear together. Please God, with them in our arms. Send your hearts to the east. Let's sing. Kol hod maleva penima nefesh Yehudi homia Ulefatei Mizrach Kadima Ayin Letzion Sophia Od lo avda tikvatenu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, friends. See you on Monday.